Lori here from Unique in the Creek. How are you? Say hey when you come in. Say hey. Hey now. So we're going to do a quick video because I still have packing to do. I am leaving tomorrow for Chicago and I have to still pack. And we are leaving at 7 in the morning. Hopefully I'm streaming to the right place. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hello, hello, YouTube, Facebook world. Okay, so I want to do this project before I left because I posted my white wreath ball center, and I made that last year, and it's like one of my absolute favorite wreaths to make. So I don't know what happened to the actual video for it. No clue. I only found the fast video. I don't know what happened. Hello, everybody. So I'm just quickly going to do another one because these are amazing. What I'm going to do tonight will take you right through time, and they're really easy to do. They're really cost effective, so they're perfect for gifts, and it really gives a wow factor without having to spend too much money. Hello, good evening, everybody. Hello. So I'm going to get started. Well, I've already started. Like I said, this is going to be quick. There's really not much to it. Okay. Hey, everybody. What's everybody doing this Saturday night? I got to pack, so I got to go fast, right? Hello. Hello. There's all my friends. You guys are awesome. Okay. I'm going to go down to the board. Now, with this project, I know I love this mesh too, but with this project, it totally showcases the mesh. So with this project, all you need is some beautiful mesh, okay? You don't need to cover it all up. It's beautiful all on its own. So if you can see it, hello everybody, hello, hi Ceedie. If you can see it, it's ice blue, red, and white snowdrift. Ice blue, red, and white snowdrift. That's a big color this year. Here it is. It's so pretty. Yes, I still have a lot of this mesh in my store. I actually ordered a whole bunch of it because I was doing a kit with it. Well, a couple of the components of the kit never did get sent to me. It's probably still on a boat in the middle of the ocean. So I just threw all this mesh on the website so you guys can grab it because it's really hard to find. Okay, so it's ice blue, red, and white snowdrift. So the red and blue are metallic, and the white is a snowdrift. Okay, and then the only other thing we're going to be using is, of course, we're going to be using the large board. We're going to be using zip ties. Hello from Georgia, and the cutest 8-inch sign right in the middle. Baby, it's cold outside. And then I'm going to make a really cute hanging bow, a simple hanging bow, and that's your project. Really easy, I'm telling you. Okay, so let's get started. So this is an 8-inch sign from Unique in the Creek. Where'd the bag go? I had the bag with the number on it. Oh, it's probably in the other room. Maybe Tina Kelly can find the number for this sign. And just to let everybody know, if you're watching tonight, we are all caught up with orders. So whatever you order this weekend or tonight or whatever, it's going to go get shipped out right away. Okay, so that is one really good thing. I'm so pleased with. And I'm glad too, because I'll be able to relax more. Even though I'm going away for business, I'll be able to relax a little more knowing that everything is caught up. Mary from Georgetown. So it's going to be super cute, and it measures at 28 inches. 28 inches. The skew on this mesh, get ready. The SKU is RY8111N7. RY8111N7. That is this mesh. Okay? And that's uniqueinthecreek.com. So once you get your mesh, you're going to cut them at 9 inches. And I say 9 inches because you don't need a complete square. We're going to roll it so you can't even tell that you've only rolled it 9 inches. You get more pieces out of 2 rolls when you cut it at 9 inches. Okay, guys? So don't cut it any more than 9. You don't need to. So what I've done is I preloaded the normal holes on row 2. I still have to do these ones. So, and if you are just a beginner, this is the project for you. I'm telling you. Your friends will be like, oh my gosh, you made that, especially if they're not crafty, because they see this beautiful, sparkly snowdrift mesh. They see the cute sign, and we're going to make a cute hanging bow. It's literally an incredible project, really. So you're going to preload them. So you're going to just do your zip tie up till you hear a zipping sound. And you're not going to go right to the board. You're going to leave space. Okay, so you have room between the board and the top of the zip tie. Okay, so I preloaded the normal holes on row 2. Row 3, you'll see that there's a hole in between. We don't need that hole. So we just did 8. So there's 16 on row 2, 8 on row 3, 8 on row 4, and we won't have to do row 5. So because my sign is going to cover everything. See how that covers it? Now, if you wanted to put ornaments, like I did for my white one, if you wanted to put ornaments in the center, you would have to do row 5, and you would do the normal holes on row 5 plus the shared holes. And then you could put your ornament top. That way you don't see any of the zip tie, and you don't see the nubs of the mesh. Okay, but when you're using an 8-inch sign, you can save some mesh by just putting it right on top. So I'm going to cut these out. Okay, and I did pre-do a lot of it because it is so easy. Hi, everybody. You guys, what you all doing tonight? I'm just straggling here. I'm done before I have to go away. All right, so all you need, again, I cut 2 rolls because I'm not using row 5, and I cut it at 9 inches. I'm only using 1.5 rolls. Okay, you need a clothespin, and what you're going to do is take, this is a bigger piece, it was the end. Take your 9-inch piece, okay, curl up, so when you let it go, it'll curl up itself. Put it into a diamond shape, and it doesn't really matter, no rhyme or reason. Now, I did not wood burn or heat seal this, okay? So I do have some little strings that I'm going to clip off. I'm okay with that, but if you don't like the strings, you may want to wood burn or heat seal your mesh. And I do have videos on my YouTube channel on how to do that. It seals your mesh so the mesh doesn't continue fraying, okay? When I do one of these big ones like this, I never heat seal them because once you cut the little frays off and you leave the wreath alone, it stops fraying. So unless you might want to do that. Okay, so we need a large board. We got some zip ties. You need 2 rolls of mesh. We need a cute 8-inch sign, and the 8-inch sign comes with the cable mount and the pipe cleaner. I just hot glued and E6000'd it right onto my middle of my sign. So the hot glue glues it temporarily instantly, and the E6000 will keep it glued permanently. This board is the large board. Okay, let's get this going. So what you're going to do is you're going to, like I said, take your mesh, 9 by 10 piece, or 9 by 10 and a half. 9 by 10 and a half. It is 10 and a half. Curl up, and all you're going to do, and you've seen me do this many times, just roll. When you got your mesh in a diamond shape, roll it from corner to corner. Now don't roll it tight. You don't want to roll it super tight. Just kind of loose like that. Okay, and you want to roll them about the same tension, I guess you would call it, for each one. So you don't want to roll it. I'm going to give you an example. You do not want to roll it like this. This is way, way too thin. So this is really, really thin. Don't roll it thin like that. You can also, if you want, use the inner part of the cardboard roll and use that to roll your mesh. I'll show you. Doing it with my hands because I kind of got the same tension. I know what I'm doing. But if you want, you can take the inner roll of your mesh, put it on the corner, and just roll. Just like that. Pull it out. Pull out your corners. And then if you do it like that, you'll have the same diameter of your roll for each one. Okay? Then you're going to take the one, take the other one, and then flip it up in the middle. So you got 4 rolls like this. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure, the ends are somewhat the same length. Then this folded part, you're going to put it, and I call it the nub. You're going to put the nub right into the zip tie. I kind of press it down, and you're going about a fingertip length, and pull the zip tie. The whole wreath is done like this. Okay, I'll do with the cardboard again. Just roll it. That's why I mean, like, if you have some pretty mesh, all kinds of stuff, this project. Isn't it cute? This is one of my favorite wreaths to do. I do these in the summer, the spring, everything, because they're nice and full. And I do pretty it up with some ribbon and make a bow hanger. Your sign and your mesh are the star of the show. And which is good because they're the 2 most expensive things in a wreath. So just push it down and pull the zip tie. Isn't it cute? That's easy. And just roll it, pull it out, grab your corner, just tug a little bit. Make sure you hold the center while you're tugging. Hello from Maryland. If you didn't wood burn, you get a few strings. We're going to cut them all off. I usually do that when I'm taking a picture of it on the door, because when the sunlight hits it, you can see where you need to cut. This mesh is everything. I'm telling you guys, it is so pretty. It's got the sparkle, it's got the color, it's got the snowdrift. It's just so pretty. I think I'm back. I'm going to clip the zip tie tails off, and we're going to go on to the next row. yes, this mesh is in stock. It is, let me pin it. It is RY 8111N7. Okay. And there's a couple, if you love this mesh, there is a couple other signs under 8-inch signs on uniqueinthecreek.com that match this wreath really, really pretty. There's this one. There's a couple religious ones. There's one that has 2 polar bears on it that says walking in a winter wonderland. That one works really well with this mesh as well. Or you can just do like a simple black and white with this mesh. Like, it's whatever you would like. The only thing with the character board, it would work with the character board. The only thing is you have to find something on the last row on the character board, row 2, that will cover these nubs. So if you went over your nubs with like a ribbon, I think I've showed you guys before how you can just incorporate a ribbon going over like this to cover up the zip ties, then yes, it would work perfectly. But you need to have something to cover because the zip ties will be exposed, right? I cut them at 9 inches, so you're looking at about 2 rolls. You need 2 rolls for sure. Now I cut it at 9 inches. So I'm going to have extra mesh, which is great because use the extra mesh on a rail. So you get a twofer. With the 2 rolls of mesh, you can do a rail. So you can actually get this in a vinyl, get a rail, and use the same mesh and like maybe the same ribbons, and you'll have a matching rail and wreath. Or yeah, there's just so much stuff you can do. Even a Christmas tree. This mesh would be beautiful with a Christmas tree. I know I love this petal too, because you know what? You can hide so much with it. And I don't have, it makes a huge full wreath, and I don't have to, I'm just trying to get this one to go down. And I don't have to wood burn it. So if you're doing workshops or something, especially in the spring, when you're thinking of spring, you could get rolls of really pretty mesh and get a really nice 8-inch sign. And all you have to get is your people to roll their mesh. Mesh rolling workshop. All right, so we're on row 3. Again, we're just doing exactly the same. Back's a little sore today. You just did your tree. This is a very, the ice blue, red, and white is very popular color at Christmas these days. Is there anybody stumped on how to do this petal? Or what I've done so far? Is there any questions of what I've done so far? So I did cut it at 9 inches. Preloaded rows 2, 3, and 4. They're normal holes. I do not have to do row 5 because I am using a sign that will cover. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's going back and forth. Seriously. And if you guys wouldn't mind floating my boat or sending me up the falls or whatever else, I don't know why Facebook doesn't allow us to say share, but I just did it. I would be greatly, greatly appreciated. appreciative. That didn't work very well. Of you doing that for me. So this is a definite one that you can sit and watch a movie and totally, when you get your mesh cut, bring all your mesh to your recliner or wherever you're sitting to watch your movie and roll and stick them in the zip ties. Yeah, you can do this petal. Yep, I've done it many times, this same petal on the tree board. I have, because it's so easy and very forgiving. And why is it that I lose everything? Yeah, so if you really like this mesh and you got lots of time, especially if you want to make a gift for somebody, we have lots of this in stock. Well, we did, and we're all cut up with orders, so you have lots of time to make a gift because this is perfect all the way up to spring. Oh, Jean, there's my favorite fan. You love everything I do, though, Jean, so you're kind of biased. Yeah, I love it too, especially when you get a really pretty mesh. And pretty mesh is not cheap either. I think this is like six something a roll, so you don't want to go covering it all up and everything. I am just going to use a sheer red, and I got this a long time ago at Michael's probably. Yep. And I'm just going to do a red with a white trim hanging bow. Oh, it's $70.95 a roll? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you don't want to cover all that up. You're paying $16 just for the mesh. But it looks expensive, guys. It looks expensive because it's so big and full. People will think it's was really expensive to make. Yeah, order your stuff now before it runs out. There's not too many. And now, if you've seen the white one that I posted earlier today with the red ornaments in the center, it's like literally one of my favorite wreaths I've ever made, and it's so simple. I just used plain old white snowdrift mesh. It was just white snowdrift mesh and red ornaments in the center. That was it. Oh, and a hanging bow. All right, we're done. So I'm going to go around and just kind of make sure all of the petals are out straight and not tucked in. And you can see on the side, it looks quite full. Again, if you're going to not use a sign, you're not going to use a sign. You know what? I'm going to do the center anyways, just to show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way around row 5. So in the normal hole, and then shared hole. So there's 8 pieces on row 5. It sparkles a lot. This mesh is really pretty, guys. It's metallic, it's snowdrift, it's ice blue, it's red, it's white. It's just really, really a pretty winter wreath. So if you make a wreath and you don't put like Santa and ho 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 and Christmas and everything all over it, like, and you just have something where it's like a snowman, it's a up to spring wreath. Okay, so this is how you preload row 5, and I'll flip it over and you can see, but we're only putting one piece of mesh into row 5. The other rows, we put 2 pieces of mesh in each zip tie. Row 5, we're only going to put 1. And again, this is if you're, using a smaller sign, maybe a snowflake, or you're going to put, the ornaments in this. Ooh, that looks really pretty with the ornaments. If you're going to put the ornaments in the center, you're going to want to do row 5. So you flip it. And we're just doing one, and you're just putting one, same thing, fingertip in and zip tie it up. Yeah, it is. This petal I use a lot. I use it for a lot of, oh, that one's too skinny. If you make them too skinny, I find they look funny. If you make them a little wider, they just look better. It is gorgeous, isn't it? And it's, like I said, it is like the easiest wreath to make with that wow factor. Because it is 28 inches wide. Now, if you're shipping it, you don't have to worry. If you ship it and you place it straight in, and the mesh folds up along the box a little bit, that's okay, because when they pull the wreath back out, the mesh will fall back down. So you don't need to use a huge box for shipping. Yeah, this mesh is pretty. That's why I really wanted to do something with it before I left, so you guys would have time to order it and get it in plenty of time to make some gifts. So with using row 5, I'm using almost 2 full rolls, and I cut it at 9 inches. But she's full. Mesh is sold out. Are you kidding? Holy crap. When I went live, there was 200 and something rolls on the website already. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. There is lots of snowdrift mesh, though. The white snowdrift mesh. I still have some of that. Wow. That was fast. You guys are quick. Alrighty then. That light, you could tape right to the board, Scotch tape, and as you are doing the zip ties, they zip tie in right to the board. There's quite a few videos. Now, I haven't used lights this year because, well, and this is funny, my lights didn't come in because of, the supply shortage. And I just got an email on Friday that they're going to be here next week. So I guess we'll have lights for Easter. But you would just tape them, and then you can just zip tie them as you're creating your wreath. And the tape is just to hold them in place while you're building your wreath. Okay, now we're done. So now I've done the whole. Sorry guys, I literally had over 200 rolls of this when I started the live. But you can use white snowdrift mesh and maybe a light blue. I don't know if I have any light blue left. Or white snowdrift mesh and red, like a candy cane. All right, so there's my back. Row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5 is all the way around. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do, hi Lolly. If you wanted to do glitter ornaments, now these are glitter balls that Michelle from Monkey's Creation made me. And I've already used them, but I wanted to show you. You would just zip tie them, or not zip tie them, pipe cleaner them into the holes. So I used a U-pin and half a pipe cleaner, because these are styrofoam, stuck them in and glue it. And then you can use the pipe cleaners and you just go down the hole. Now these are glued side by side from a previous project. You would just go down the hole and twist it on. Oh, I needed one more. So you need 6. I don't know where the last one is, but you would use 6 ornaments. Okay, so I'll put one more there. Look how pretty that is, eh? Yeah. Look at you looking beautiful.
Do we have any silver ornaments?
Silver ornaments? I do.
Okay, I need some for my tree in my room.
Okay, can you?
Wait till you're done.
Okay. Alrighty, so that's how you can do ornaments. You can just use normal plastic ornaments as well. I'm going to use this cute sign. All right, so what I'm going to do is my pipe cleaner's in the middle. There's 2 holes right in the center of the board, and I'm just going to go down the 2 holes. So there's one pipe cleaner, the other pipe cleaner down the other hole, flip it over, just give it a tug till it, there's some resistance, and then twist it. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Isn't that adorable? Okay, now I need to add a hanger. Now, if you don't want to do a ribbon hanger, you can just put a zip tie like I normally do, but I'm going to make a cute ribbon hanger. Hi, Janie. Janie, we got some signs. Jane's our sign maker. So let's make a ribbon hanger to make this really even more adorable. And then I'll put a little bit of glue on the back of the sign, and then we'll pretty up the back. So I'm just going to use this simple 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch works the best for my ribbon hangers that I like to make. Okay, now I want a nice long tail because I want it to curl around. So let's do it about 10, 22, 24. Each tail will be about 24 inches. Oh, wait, first thing I have to do is make the actual hanger part. So I'll make that about 10 inches. Okay, so 10 inches on each side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a zip tie. And you can just use a small zip tie. fold it over top of it itself, and then I just put a zip tie on the bottom, and that acts almost like a stopper. Combined with some hot glue, it works. Now, there's probably other ways to make ribbon hangers. This is just the way it works for me. Okay, so this is the hanger. Now we're going to do a 24-inch tail, well, each side. I make bows weird. So these are my tails. Okay, and now I'm going to make some loops. And it appears to be that both sides are exactly the same. So you don't really have to do that half twist if you don't want to. I did have lots in stock. I had over 200 rolls of this stuff before I went live. So I apologize. But you can use white snowdrift mesh too. That's the way it is, Carrie. You're absolutely right. So I'm going to do 5-inch loops, I think, because this is a pretty big wreath. And again, for a hanging bow, 1.5 inches works so much better. So this ribbon was just, I got it a long time ago. It's just from Michael's. It's actually not bad. But I don't want a lot of colors. I wanted the mesh and the sign to speak for itself. So I'm going to do 5 loops on each side. 5 loops at 5 inches. Ah, thanks, Carrie. Your easy bow that you won. Do you even know that you won in the VIP group, Carrie? That you won this? I bought an extra one at Texas Designer Roundup, and I gave it away as a prize in the VIP group. Yep. I've used, I made one last year with a natural with jute snowball. And that was really cute too. Okay. Now I'm going to take a zip tie and I'm going to pull the whole thing off, put it on my table, take my zip tie. Now I made a little center loop, so it needs to go around that. Okay. I'm going to put the head of the zip tie, I'm going to turn it to the back of my hanging bow. And I'm also going to put another zip tie just underneath and do it up, not do it up too tight, because that's where the actual wreath will hang from, is this. It's not going to hang from the bow, it's going to hang on the zip tie. And then pull this tight. Okay. So got a cute center loop. These are our tails. And then we'll open up, spread our loops out and open all this up. Okay, there's one. I'm going to have to take a picture of this on my door in the dark. Hopefully it'll turn out okay because I have to leave at 7 in the morning and I probably won't get a picture before I leave. There we go. Look how cute that bow is. Isn't that cute? All right, let's get it on to our wreath. Okay. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to cut some of the pipe cleaner off the sign and put the ends right back down the holes. Okay, so we don't want to have anything that will be scratchy on our door. Okay, and then you're going to find on row 1 the 2 hanging holes. So there are 2 holes close together here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a zip tie, go down one of the holes, come back up the other one, and do it up. Now, if you wanted just no hanging bow, this is how you would hang your wreath, okay? Just from a zip tie. But because I made a hanging bow, this is the back of it. I'm going to take this and slide it to the side. Slide it in. So there's that zip tie I said for a stopper. And do that up tight. And that stops the ribbon from coming out. You also may want to put some hot glue under this as well to hold it in place. And then pull your zip tie so that the head of the zip tie goes in the hole. And that way, you have nothing that's sharp on the back. Okay, we're good. Again, like I said, I don't have my hot glue gun plugged in, but put a little bit of hot glue just here and push it down onto the board. And I'll do that in a bit. All right. And now I'm going to take my tails and I'm going to curl them. Jean, we are going to go to Chicago, downtown Chicago tomorrow night. We rented a car for the few days that we're there. So we're going to go down. All right, so I'm going to take this long ribbon tail. Now, I like to make my ribbon tails now. It's probably too long, but I'd rather make them long so I can shorten them back than make them too short and have to redo the whole bow. So I'm going to roll this up just like that. Okay, and then once you've got it rolled up and you can see the edges, just pull it like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once I'm done, I'm also going to put a little bit of hot glue underneath the sign so it doesn't move around and it's secure. It is on there with a pipe cleaner, but you want to secure it with a pipe cleaner and some glue. This is ice blue and red and white snowdrift mesh. And that's how you make a cute, well, that's the way I make a cute ribbon hanger. So you can put a little bit of color on it without using a ton of ribbon all over your mesh. No, I'm not packed, Powercraft. I will be packing in like 5 minutes because I'm almost done. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera up and you guys can see it because we are all done. So that, like I said, it is 28 inches in diameter. We used 2 rolls of mesh. We cut the pieces 9 inches long. Okay, we used an 8-inch aluminum sign from Unique in the Creek, and I have the bag out in the living room. But if you just search Snowman sign, it'll come up. There's also a couple other really cute ones that would work wonderful. Now, if you use just white snowdrift mesh, you can use any sign that you like. Ooh. Okay, we'll move that here. And I'll fix all this once it's on the door. Look at that. Isn't that super cute? Really, really easy. I know it did turn out cute, eh, Janie? Really easy. Lots of fun to make. And it is big. It's big and beautiful. Right? And these like little ribbon bow hangers, they just accent it so cute. So this is sold out, but like I said, I have lots of white snowdrift mesh. You can get white snowdrift mesh, and you know how we use 2 petals? You can use the white snowdrift mesh and maybe another color if you don't want all white. Personally, I did the all white one, and it's literally one of my favorite wreaths. It looks like a big snowflake. Thank you. It's really super cute. And I got snow all over my shirt. It's snowing in my craft room. Alrighty, guys, that's all I got for you right now. And I just wanted to get this done so you guys can, order your stuff. And it's like perfect for a gift. So perfect. And it'll take you right into spring. I don't have the all white one anymore. I did post the picture though on my Unique in the Creek page, so you can see the all white one, and I used ornaments on it. Okay, thank you. We're only gone for a couple days. Dave's coming with me too, so I'm not by myself. So we'll be back. We're leaving tomorrow. We'll be back Wednesday. Not a long trip. Anyways, stay safe. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining me and for sharing this video and always, supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see what you guys make. Remember, make sure you post it over in Unique Wreath Creators, our sister group, so I can see what you make. I may not comment on it, but I look at everything. So have a nice rest of your night and love you guys all. Bye, everybody.